Gun charges in Okmulgee County can create serious consequences for anyone accused of violating Oklahoma firearm laws. Depending on the facts, a firearm offense may be charged as a misdemeanor or a felony. A conviction can lead to jail or prison time, fines, probation, loss of firearm rights, and a permanent criminal record. In some cases, a gun allegation can also make another criminal charge more serious. Common gun charges in Oklahoma gun crimes can arise from many different situations. Some cases begin with a traffic stop where officers find a firearm inside a vehicle. Other cases involve domestic disputes, self-defense claims, hunting-related incidents, bar fights, alleged threats, drug investigations, or allegations that a firearm was used during another felony. Common Oklahoma firearm charges include unlawful possession of a firearm, possession of a firearm after a felony conviction, pointing a firearm, reckless handling or discharge of a firearm, possession of a firearm while committing a felony, and carrying a weapon in a prohibited place. The seriousness of the charge depends on the statute involved, the defendant's criminal history, the location of the firearm, whether the firearm was used or displayed, and whether anyone was injured or threatened. Possession of a firearm after a felony conviction. One of the most serious firearm offenses is possession of a firearm after a felony conviction. In these cases, prosecutors must generally prove that the accused had a qualifying prior felony conviction and knowingly possessed or controlled a firearm. This issue often becomes complicated when the firearm was not found directly on the person but was instead discovered inside a car, house, backpack, or shared location. Pointing a firearm. Oklahoma law also criminalizes unlawfully pointing a firearm or other deadly weapon at another person. These cases often arise from heated confrontations, neighbor disputes, road rage incidents, and domestic arguments. Pointing a firearm charge does not always require that the gun be fired. In some situations, the allegation itself may be based on the claim that a firearm was pointed for the purpose of threatening, intimidating, injuring, or frightening another person. However, Oklahoma law also recognizes that self-defense, defense of another person, and other lawful circumstances may change the legal analysis. Possession of a weapon while committing a felony. A firearm allegation can become especially serious when prosecutors claim the weapon was possessed while the accused was committing or attempting to commit another felony. In those cases, the firearm offense may be charged separately from the underlying felony. This can increase the potential punishment and create additional pressure in plea negotiations. Illegal search and seizure. One of the most important defenses in many gun cases is an unlawful search or seizure. Firearms are often discovered during traffic stops, vehicle searches, pat-down searches, home searches, probation searches, or searches based on warrants. Police officers must comply with constitutional protections when stopping, detaining, searching, questioning, or arresting a person. If officers lacked reasonable suspicion for the stop, exceeded the lawful scope of a search, searched a vehicle without legal justification, entered a home without a warrant or valid exception, or relied on a defective warrant, the defense may ask the court to suppress the firearm and related evidence. When the gun itself is excluded from evidence, the prosecution may have difficulty proceeding. Self-defense and defense of others. Some gun charges arise after a person displays or uses a firearm because they believe they were in danger. Oklahoma law recognizes the right to use reasonable force, including deadly force in appropriate circumstances, to protect oneself or another person from imminent unlawful harm. Whether this defense applies depends heavily on the facts. The defense may focus on who started the confrontation, whether the threat was immediate, whether the accused reasonably believed force was necessary, whether the force used was proportionate, and whether the accused was lawfully present. Evidence such as 911 calls, witness statements, security video, injuries, photographs, text messages, and prior threats may become important. The consequences of a conviction may affect your freedom, your reputation, and your right to possess firearms in the future.